Hey everyone, welcome to our weekly Team Aspire Zoom meeting. Today is December 10th. We have a couple of announcements. On Monday the 14th, we have both a Hammer and Chisel test group starting and 21-day fix group starting. We'll have to kind of get the numbers on the Hammer and Chisel to see if anybody has anyone to add in particular. If we don't have enough for just our little team, we can join the Team Pure Results groups that they're starting. I kind of have a suspicion that there aren't that many because a lot of people haven't been really pushing that program very much since it came out. So, but we do have those starting on Monday. Also in January, we're going to start a New Year, New You challenge group. We did this last year, and that was a really popular one. So it's a new year. We're going to help everybody create a new you. We're going to start that January 11th, and then the second Monday of February is our next biggest slim down contest. So we're going to be promoting that all in January. 2 years ago, we did our contest in January, and it worked okay, but it worked even better last year when we did it in February. So we're going to do that again, just because people are thinking more about joining groups in January than in December, because we have to fill the group the month before. So that worked a lot better, so we're going to do that again. We also have a six-figure income training. That's an email series that Shannon has put together. It's a 2 to 3 week training for new coaches or coaches who are getting serious about building a business. So if you haven't set that up, it comes in as daily emails. So I've been getting them, and it's really nice. We've done this in groups before, and it's a little bit harder because if you get behind, then it's harder to find everything. And emails are nice just because you can open them as you go. So if you are wanting to do a couple days, everything on the weekend, you can do that, whatever is most convenient for you. But those come daily. I would definitely suggest signing up for that. I wanted to announce the Coach of the Week. So usually I announce coaches in my downline, but I really wanted to name the Coach of the Week Shannon Galladay, my coach, because she just actually this last month in December reached Success Club Legend. So in order to be a Success Club All-Star, you have to hit Success Club 12 months in a row. And to be a Success Club Legend, you do it 24 months in a row. So for 2 straight years of hitting Success Club every single month, and she's moved, she's had babies, so it's been crazy for her, especially this past year. So I am going to be announcing that publicly, but I did want to announce it on our call first that she's our Coach of the Week, and she's amazing. So today we're going to be talking about goal setting. So this is something that's really important. To be honest, I was not good at setting goals until I got serious about the business. I kind of saw it as one of those like, oh, I'm not that serious, I'm not going to really do it. And as I've gotten more serious, the more importance I see on goal setting. You kind of go into the what's the point of setting a goal? A big point is to stretch yourself. If you didn't have a goal, then I promise you wouldn't stretch yourself. If I hadn't had the goal of hitting Success Club All-Stars this year, I would not have cared about hitting Success Club when I was busy and I was feeling sick and I was, doing other things. And that means that my business wouldn't have grown like it did this year. It probably would have grown more if I didn't have quite as much going on because I would have been able to do more. But I had these bare minimum goals that I at least hit still because I cared enough to set them and to reach for them. So it gives you direction too. So if you don't have any goals set down for your business, then you're kind of running around wild with your head cut off because you don't know where you're going. And it's also awesome because when you do reach a goal, you're celebrating your accomplishment. You feel awesome about yourself. You're like, yes, I did it. Sometimes you hit a goal sooner than you had set that deadline for, and you're like, wow, look, I did it this faster. Sometimes it takes a little longer, but that's okay, because if it does, that just means that you reevaluate and you set the goal again. So these are my goals from last year. I actually laminated them and I stuck them on my mirror, and it's really important that you put it somewhere where you can see them all the time. And so I am very visual, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it pretty. I printed it out, I laminated it. It's kind of hard because there's a glare, but I really wanted to see it. And so I talked about my income goals, I talked about my rank goals, I talked about my personal development goals. I have on here how much I wanted to recruit for building my team. I talked about All-Stars for Success Club. I even talked about like the Success Club trip, going to Summit, going to Super Saturday. So these were my goals for last year, and I will have to say that I only probably hit like some of them. Some of them I still haven't gotten to. And some of them I said, like, so this by March, this by June, this by December. And so I have deadlines set here. And some of them I hit sooner, and some of them I didn't hit at all this year. And so it's okay, though, because I don't look at this and be like, oh, man, I'm a total failure. No, I'm actually like, wow, look at all these things I was able to do despite having a baby and all these things else that were going on in my life. And so I'm going to set goals for this year with you guys here on the phone. We're all going to do it together, but I'm going to look at this and kind of go off of this and go, okay, like this is what I wanted to do last year, but I'm going to go further this year. But first, before I do that, I wanted to share this video with you guys. I thought it was really awesome. Let me share my screen here really quick. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Yep, okay. I'm going to play this video. It's a 6-minute video, but I really, really liked it. It's by James Wedmore. I get his daily emails, and so I don't honestly watch every single video that he gives me because it would be a lot, but I kind of look through the titles and be like, oh yeah, that's something I want. And it's funny because this was sent to me yesterday right after I decided that we were going to be talking about goals today, so I was like, oh, this is perfect. And so I really like what he said, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So let me know if you can see the video.
This isn't working. If you do a Google search for a term like how to walk or how to ride a bike, you're going to find a lot less content there on those topics than you are on the topic of goal setting. And that's because people learn how to walk and ride bikes a heck of a lot easier than setting goals, or more accurately, accomplishing goals. So maybe you're watching this video thinking that you don't know how to set goals because you never end up accomplishing. Well, first I'd like to spell that and say you do know how to set and accomplish goals. You're just focusing on the wrong ones. You see, the big mistake people make is focusing on monetary or financial goals. Someone tells you to make it measurable, timestamp it, and write it down. So you say, I will make $100,000 by the end of 2015, and you walk away. And then it doesn't happen. So what the heck? Well, here's the problem. Making money can be a very intangible and esoteric process. I can say, go do 100 push-ups right now, and you either do it or you don't. And then I can say, go make $100, and that can set you off in all sorts of directions. You may be able to do it, you may not, but there's a lot less certainty or clarity on the how. And that's what we need to focus on. A true goal must be more than just a financial number that you write down. It must be actionable. It must be, as I like to say, a 1 or a 0. You either did it or you didn't. Plain and simple, right? So the secret to doing this is actually removing the money as much as possible, especially because people have weird relationships with money in the first place. Yeah, and that's a topic for another time. So here's how I personally go about setting a business or financial goal. First, I identify the project or the promotion that I'm working on. Then I create 3 monetary goals. My hairy scary goal, my middle of the road goal, and my wimpy goal. Try this out for yourself right now. It makes throwing a financial number out there so much easier. So for example, let's say our wimpy goal is $1,000. Our middle of the road is $2,500, and our big hairy scary goal is $5,000. Now this process works because most people are either too afraid to write out how much money they want to make for fear that they're going to shoot too high and fail, or not ask for enough and end up coming up short. Does that sound like you? Well, this method solves it. Okay, now we need that by when date, right? Is it the end of your launch or promotion? Is this a financial goal on a monthly basis or by the end of the year? You want to get as specific as possible. And then we need to remove the money. So we created financial goals to set us off in the right direction. But if we stopped there, we'd get stuck. We'd be in trouble. So you need to ask yourself some good questions like, how will I achieve this goal? What steps do I need to take in order to generate that $5,000? Okay, so let's say you have a product for sale on your website for $100. So you would need to sell your product 50 times to make that $5,000 goal, right? But selling your product 50 times doesn't become our new goal, and saying I'll sell 2 a day isn't a good goal either. We can still ask more questions like, how are you going to sell it? Maybe you're going to use Facebook advertising in order to promote the product. Okay, great, now we're getting somewhere. So the next question would be, well, how much do I have to spend on Facebook ads to make one sale? Let's say it's $10. You multiply that by 50, and your ad spend would be $500 to make $5,000. Now these are just made up numbers, but stick with me for a moment, because now we're getting close to our actionable goal. So if you want to make $5,000 by the end of the month, your new goal becomes spend $500 in Facebook ads for your product by the end of the month. Now that's a friggin' goal. You either do it or you don't. It's either a 1 or a 0. The secret is to remove the money from the equation and identify the key action-oriented goals that will get to your desired outcome. And even though I've used Facebook advertising as my example, this works for anything. Let's say you sell vacuum cleaners door to door, and for every 4 houses you visit, 1 person buys your $200 vacuum cleaner. If your goal is $2,000 in sales, you need to visit 40 houses. You either visit 40 houses or you don't. It's either a 1 or a 0. So does this make sense? Because I really hope this does. Take some time to identify the action-oriented goals in your business that lead to the financial goals that you're actually after. Then you just focus on those. Now, I want to end by restating that I don't think anyone here is bad at setting goals, although a lot of people tend to think they are. So here's what I want to do. In the comments below, post a specific non-work related goal of any kind, not business, not money oriented. Maybe it's to do your first handstand or hold your breath for 2 minutes. Watch season 3 of House of Cards in one day. Share something that is fun and inspiring to you, something you can work towards and get passionate about. What's my goal? My goal is to get barreled while surfing and film it on my GoPro to show you guys. That goal right there has me motivated to surf more, push myself harder, and go for bigger waves. We do know how to set goals. We do know how to accomplish them. We've all grown, evolved, and become better, stronger, more confident people over time. And goals are the mechanism that drives us there. Share your goal with everyone else below and watch as everything lines up to support you. That is my goal for you. Take care.
Okay. So were you guys able to see that, hopefully? Okay. So hopefully that made sense. I really like that because a lot of people will set a goal saying like, I want to earn $1,000 a month. And you're like, okay, that's great. But then they get kind of stuck because they don't know how to do it. So by kind of breaking it down and coming up with steps, it really helps to do that, to reach that goal and to make those smaller, more achievable, actionable goals like he was talking about. So one thing that we've been doing on our team is a Diamond Dash. So people who are Emerald or above have a chance to join. And Rachel's actually in our current Diamond Dash right now. And she we were talking about one of the videos that we watched. And I asked her to kind of share what we learned from that because I thought that tied in really good with that video that we watched. So if you could talk about that, Rachel.
Yeah, it was a Matt Morris video, and I had never heard of Matt Morris before this Diamond Dash. But every single video I've watched of his has been amazing. So you can find his videos on YouTube if you want to just search on YouTube for Matt Morris. And he has all sorts of stuff. His brand, I guess, is The Unemployed Millionaire. I don't know if that was that a book that he wrote? I don't know. Anyway, his brand is The Unemployed Millionaire, and so he has all these videos that he did with short tips, maybe 5 or 10 minute videos on different tips and suggestions on how to be successful. And one of them was the power of no. And so he was basically saying that we get paid for our no's. So if you have that kind of a mindset, it makes you go for more no's in order for you to get the yeses. And then what else did he say? Another thing he said was the biggest mistake is to only show your product or invite people for our situation. The biggest mistake you can make is to only invite those people who you think will say yes. Because when you do that, you are you're already telling yourself no, pretty much. Like, you don't know who's ready. So you're limiting your options. So you need to let them say no. You don't need to be the one saying no. And then the one thing that I really liked from that particular video was he broke it down into kind of like a numbers game. So you need 100 no's before you're even considered to be good. And then you need 500 no's for you to start being on the path towards a full-time income. Because once you reach 500 no's, then obviously you're going to get some yeses in there. You're not going to just get all 500 no's in a row. But once you start getting up there, 500 no's, then you're more on the way to a full-time income. And once you get 1,000 no's, you're considered at the mastery level and you're on the path to financial freedom. So if you change your mindset, and I know we've probably all read the Go for No book, but if you change your mindset to go for the no and to think that you're getting paid for each no instead of each yes, then before you know it, you'll get to that 1,000 no level. So I really liked how he broke that down. And I also wanted, this isn't from the videos, but I wanted to just mention one thing from the Team Pure Results call this week from Brad Bizjack. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that recording, you need to. He is amazing. He gave so many good pieces of nuggets out there for us. And the one thing that I really, really liked that he said was, everything you do in life is going to be hard. So which hard do you want? Do you want the hard of being broke and struggling with money? Or do you want the hard of doing the activities that's going to make you successful? Either way, it's hard, but which hard do you want? And that really struck with me. So if it takes setting goals and doing what you need to do to reach those goals, no matter how hard it is, so that a year from now, you can be making a full-time income, wouldn't you rather do those activities now than sit in front of your TV and just say, oh, I wish I had more money. Oh, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. That was just an eye-opener for me. So.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, that was a really good call. I really love him. I've been following him for a while, and he's just so down to earth. Like, he seems like a real guy, you know?
Yes.
So, oh, great. Yeah, there's a couple of things before we start setting goals together that I wanted to point out. Make sure that when you do set goals, you have a deadline. So if you say, I want to be diamond, you don't just say, I want to be diamond, like that's like a someday goal. It's more like a wish. So if you set a deadline, like I want to be diamond by March, or I want to be diamond by, you know, the end of January or something like that, that would be a deadline, you know, so that's a really important part, because if you don't set that, you're not going to push yourself for that time period. Also be specific. So if you just say, you know, I want to quit my job, like, well, that's nice, but you have to, you know, come up with more specific things. So if you're more specific and you say, okay, I want to sign, you know, these many, or I want to have this many people on my team, like 200 people on my team, then you know that you have more of a full-time income. So, you know, being more specific in your goals is really important. And then, like I did, you know, putting it somewhere you can see it, so you remind yourself. It doesn't have to be like this. You can put Post-it notes on your bathroom mirror. You can, you know, make it the wallpaper on your phone. You know, whatever works for you, that you're going to see it and you're going to identify with it. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to be something that you're going to see it. And then also another trick that I've heard is to write it to where you're saying, I will be diamond by March, or I will be making a full-time income by December. You know, you make sure that you're saying that you're going to do this instead of I want to be. You know, that's just a wish. So make sure that you're doing that to where this is going to be something you're going to do. So I really wanted to take the time now to really sit down with you guys and write our goals together. I think that's really important. So the first thing I really wanted you to think about, though, is your why. So if you are in this for, like, you want to quit your full-time job, you want this to be a full-time income, then you're going to be writing your goals differently than somebody who is taking this more of a, hey, I just want to cover my Shakeology, which there's nothing wrong with either one, but you just need to know what you're trying to accomplish. If you don't know that, you need to figure it out so that you can set your goals. So think about for a second, what am I trying to accomplish here? Am I trying to do this or am I trying to do that? So once you have that in your head, first I want you to think financial. So I know that we're not all in this for the money, but this is a really good place to start. If you think financially, okay, what do I want to be making for my financial goal for 2016? So in the next year, I want to make this weekly or this monthly or this yearly or whatever it is that your financial goal is. And like I said, if you want to just cover your Shakeology, how much does Shakeology cost? How much do you need to be making per month to cover that? Think about that. Or if you want to quit your job, how much are you making at your job that you'd have to cover so that you can quit your job? So think about it in those terms and then write it down. So I'm going to give you guys a second. I'm going to be doing it too. We'll kind of share our financial goals here. All right, is anybody done with their financial goals?
I'm done.
Do you want to share yours, Rachel?
Sure. So my financial goals are to be making $1,000 per week by the end of 2016 and to have our credit cards paid off.
Great. Those are great. Do you have a deadline for the credit card ones?
Probably December 2016. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you put the deadline in there. Okay, Stacy, did you have any written down that you wanted to share?
Yeah. I watch a little boy every day who drives me crazy. And so I want to be able to make enough money so I don't have to watch him anymore. And I make about $500 a month from him. So that's my goal, is I want to make $500 a month so I don't have to watch him anymore.
Great.
You know what? As soon as you get to Diamond, you'll be making $500 easily a month.
Yeah.
Easily.
And I'd like to hit Emerald by the end of January. It's my goal.
Awesome.
You can do it.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, make sure you have a deadline. So if you're saying like, okay, if you're watching him because his mom's like a school teacher or something, then maybe by the end of the school year or whatever you think, make sure you write that deadline in there so that you have that push for yourself. So my financial goals are, right now I'm making about $500 a week, and I wanted to be making $1,000 a week by right now. So I'm like, I'm not where I wanted to be, but I want to be at $1,000 a week by June, and then $2,000 a week by December. And it's been fun because Shannon is ahead of me. She's my coach, and I've kind of been trying to pattern my business after her. And so for a while, I was about a year behind her. Now I'm probably about 2 years because I kind of slowed down there. But she is about $2,000 a week right now. And I can see where I'm like, okay, she's where I want to be, in this time next year. And what do I have to do? And I kind of just look at what the difference between my business is and hers. And it's been fun in that I know that my activity every month is about the same. Like if you look at Success Club, it's about the same. She's just been doing it longer. So she just has a bigger team because it's been snowballing longer than I have. So that's the only difference. And so when you look at that, so if you have like, I'm ahead of you guys or whatever, and you're comparing your business to mine, it's not that great to compare. But when you do something like that, then you're like, okay, well, if you're hitting Success Club and I'm hitting Success Club every month, that means we're doing the same activity, right? It just means I've been doing it longer. So you can see the compound effect, and that's the important part. So awesome. Yeah, we set those financial goals. So now I want you to think, okay, you've set that goal. What do you need to do in order to reach that? So like Stacy, you're trying to get $500 a month. That's awesome. Well, what do you need to do in order to get to $500 a month? Like Rachel mentioned, hitting Diamond is pretty much what you need to do. So what is Diamond? Diamond is having 8 coaches on your team. 2 of them have to be Emerald. So if you're looking at that, you're like, okay, I need to recruit at least 8 coaches, right? and then help 2 of those become emerald. So if you're looking at the recruitment part of it and you're thinking, okay, I want to be diamond by whatever your date is, March, if you need 8 coaches in the next 3 months, then you can break it down and say, okay, I need this many coaches per month. So you break it down what you need to do in order to reach that goal. So take your financial goal and kind of break it down and figure out what you need to do in order to reach that. So it can be a recruiting goal with the coaches that you personally are going to recruit, or even the number of team members on your team. So like last year, I wanted to have 350 coaches on my team by December. I have about 275 right now. So I'm not where I quite wanted to be, but I'm like, yay, I've gotten up there, because I was about 150 this time last year. So, having those goals, and then also make sure you write down where you are this year right now. So you can say, like, I'm at this rank and I'm making this much. And then this time next year, you can compare where you were and see how much you've grown, so that when you're setting your goal for the following year, you can kind of see how much you accomplished in the past year. So that's another big tip. So with if you guys want to think about what your recruiting goal would be for this, this next year, if you want to have like a certain number in mind for per month of coaches you're going to recruit, or with number of people on your team, that's another good one. And then let's see, and then let's talk about rank goals too. So whatever rank you are right now, obviously you want to be higher than that, right? So what you want to accomplish. So there's emerald, that's 2 coaches on your team underneath you. The next one is ruby. People usually kind of skip ruby, because by the time you get to ruby, you're pretty close to diamond, and they sometimes just skip. So there's pretty much emerald and diamond. So I would definitely set an emerald goal if you're not at emerald yet, a diamond goal if you're not at diamond yet. And then from there, the ranks are 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, 3-star diamond. That just means that you have, if you're 1-star diamond, that means you have a diamond coach underneath you and you're at diamond rank. So that means that you're at that is how you get to 1-star. And then if you have 2-star diamond, you have 1-star or a diamond coach on both of your legs, one on your left, one on your right. So that's how you get those star diamond ranks. So but hitting diamond is huge, because it will pretty much double your income. So I've seen this a million times, not a million, but I have my account at over diamond, and then my husband's account at diamond. And especially my husband's account, because it's really hard to build 2 accounts at the same time. It'll go up and down. And every single time it goes down, his paycheck cuts in half. Every time it goes up, it pretty much doubles. I really don't do much in his business. It's usually about, if he's at diamond rank, it's usually about $100 a month, a week that he's making. And if he's not at diamond, it's like $47, $50 a week, something like that. And so I'm telling you, it's like half. So if you want to up your income, get to diamond, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so rank goal. Write down what your rank is going to be for the next year. What you want, when you want to accomplish emerald, when you want to accomplish diamond, where you want to be this time next December. So does anybody want to share any rank goals?
I have mine.
Okay.
So I want to get my diamond back by December 31st, and 2-star by June, because I want to go to the 2-star summit party in July. So 2-star by June, and 5-star elite by December.
Great. Awesome. And elite means that it means you're building your team. So your team's doing the same thing. It's a little complicated as far as how to get there, but that's basically what it means. Okay, so my goals are, right now I'm at 1-star and my husband's at diamond. I want to get me to 3-star by June, and my husband to 2-star by June. And then for me, I want to get to 5-star by December. So that's my big goal, is 5-star. 5-star is pretty like a big, hairy, scary goal for most people. It's a pretty big deal. Okay, Stacy, do you have any specific goals that you wanted to share?
Well, since I'm like brand new,
Yeah,
I don't have any coaches under me yet. I'd like to hit emerald by the end of January, like I said, and then I'd like to hit, just kind of give me a good time amount to get it diamond by June.
Great. Yeah, that's a good timeline. 6 months is very doable. And like we said, if you do it before then, Yay! And if it takes you a little longer, then just reevaluate and say, okay, I didn't hit it by June, I'm going to do it by August or whatever, just reset the goal. So, okay, so I think another good things to do are invite goals, or you can call them go for no goals. So a big thing to know is that about 1 in 10 will say yes. So if you're looking at your income and you're saying, okay, I'm going to at least cover my Shakeology, that means you need to find 3 people a month, right? That first month. So hitting Success Club. If your goal is Success Club every month, helping 3 people, then you have to talk to at least 30 people a month, right? 1 in 3 will say yes, at least. So make sure that you're talking to enough people. So I would say set the bar a little higher. So if you need to talk to or hit Success Club, talk to at least 50 people, because I would say that that's a really good, basis for finding at least 3. You'll probably find more than that, and you might not even need to talk to all 50. But if you set that goal of 50, then you will most likely find those 3 that you need, if not more. My goal is Success Club 10. I was aiming for Success Club 10 last year. I hit it 6 months out of the year so far. Missed it 5, but it's a good goal, because then if I don't hit it, then I at least hit Success Club 5, right? You aim high, and then if you don't quite get there, at least you hit your bare minimum. My bare minimum goal is Success Club 5. So that's another goal, is Success Club. If I could talk, that'd be great. Then you kind of break it down. So if I'm trying to hit Success Club 10, I need to at least talk to 100 people, right? So that's my goal. I actually print out these go for no's every month that have 50 on each thing, and then I try and fill out 2 every month, no matter what. So that's my practice. But so break that down. Set your Success Club goal. If you want to hit Success Club 5 every month, then put down your invites, like how many people you need to talk to. Another good thing is how many friends you want to have on Facebook. You need to be expanding your network. So you could say, I want to make 2 new friends on Facebook a day, or I need, I'm at 500 friends right now. I want to be at 1,000 by December. So set that kind of goal too. Those are really good. And I think that, personal development. So that's another area that we could set a goal in. So if you want to say read 1 book a month, personal development book a month, that's good. Or if you want to listen to something daily, that was one of my goals, listening to PD daily. Whatever it is, it could be something on Audible, it could be something on YouTube, it could be team call, it could be national wake up call, whatever it is, something to build your business. Actually, I've gotten to where I'll put my phone on the counter in my bathroom and take a shower and have it on as loud as it will go. And so I'll sit there in the shower listening to stuff. And I found that that's a really good way for me to get in some more PD. So whatever works for you, definitely set those. So Success Club, PD, rank, invite goals, number of friends, these are all really good ones to set. Do you guys have any goals that you wanted to share in particular? And I kind of ran through that because we're running out of time.
I can share mine.
Okay.
So I have a goal of being Success Club 10 All-Star.
Awesome.
For next year. And so I want to do 100 invites per month. And right now I'm on track with that, sorta. I try to do 5 invites per day. With the Diamond Dash, they have you do 5 invites, 5 new conversations, and 5 follow-ups each day. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to keep up with that pace, because just from doing that this last week, I've already gotten like 4 or 5 people that are interested. So I'm going to do 5 invites per day, Monday through Friday, to get me to 100 invites per month. Success Club 10 All-Star for all next year. And then my personal development goals is to read 2 books per month, now that I'm not working and I have a little bit more time.
Awesome. Okay, great. Okay. Did you have anything you wanted to share in particular, Stacy? I know you're kind of new, but
I don't really know.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I've been trying to do what you said and add 2 to 5 new friends a day, and that's been helping a lot expand my friends list. And then I enjoy watching all the different videos that help you understand and learn more.
Oh, good. Yeah, I think just having a goal too when you're new, just to do something on your business every day is a big thing. I mean, you're not used to doing anything, right? Then all of a sudden you got kicked into this whole thing. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? It's overwhelming. So just doing
Definitely
something
different.
every day, I think, is a good thing. so yeah, you're doing awesome.
And Stacy, when you send out those invites and they accept those invites, if you start messaging them and just saying whatever applies, like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a while, or, you know, we have this friend in common or something like that, then that will get them seeing your posts more often, which will help with them getting interested in what you're doing without you having to say, hey, join my challenge group. So if you're messaging people every day and adding people to your Facebook page every day, then you'll get to diamond before you know it.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. And then you're doing great too, Stacy, about sharing about, you know, Shakeology and your workout and everything like that. I've been really impressed. So great
Thanks.
job.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I know.
I might have somebody interested though.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
good.
That's how you do it. You just talk
The
about
little
what you're
boy's
doing.
baby, the boy I babysit his mom.
That's
You
good.
should have Angie do a 3-way or something, at least for your first one.
Yeah.
And also, there's maybe if you don't remember this, Angie, I don't know if you were on the call when Janelle spoke on the Team Pure Results call, but she said something that she says every time to sign them up as a discount coach. And so that's how you can get to Emerald quickly, just by finding 2 people and signing them up as discount coaches. But she says something like, if this program were to work, would you continue with your Shakeology every month? And if they say yes, then you say, okay, well then let's set you up for success and get you all set up with a discount. And then the cancellation process is pretty much the same either way. You have to cancel the HD or you have to cancel the coach account. So either way they have to cancel. So they're not really out anything. And if you take it from that approach, they're way more likely to sign up as a coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I loved that. That's really good. So we have less than a minute. So thanks everybody for, you know, coming. And I hopefully if you're on the recording, make sure you sit down. And I know we kind of ran through this really fast on the live call, but sit down, take some time, think through your goals, write them down, put them somewhere you can see them, and make sure you have a big, hairy, scary goal. So whether that's to quit your job, buy a house, whatever it is, hit 5-star. Put those long-term goals too so that you can kind of dream big, because if you don't have those dreams, you're never going to aim for them, right? So thanks everyone for coming, and we'll talk to you all next time. Thanks guys for coming live.
Bye.
Bye.